Today I'll be convincing you why video game soundtracks deserve to be part of the Grammys. For decades, video games haven't been taken seriously. Video games have had some of the most iconic and memorable soundtracks, and they have been ignored at ceremonies for as long as they have existed. Not only are their soundtracks iconic, they are artistic and complex. Video games have come a long way from the early 70s to 80s and have composed music at the highest possible level of quality. Artists often get thrown aside when it's time to give out awards because of how impressive every aspect of video game creation is. But the music in these games is what connects us so much to what's happening in the moment. These people deserve credit and deserve to be noticed, so they can be properly awarded and compensated for their time. Video game music has grown from pixelated bleeps to symphonic scores, and the industry is only getting louder. Video game music stands as a testament to the symbiotic relationship between technological advancements and artistic expressions, having evolved from rudimentary synthesized sounds to rich orchestral tapestries that define modern gaming experiences. That was ELVTR magazine discussing the transformation of video game soundtracks over the decades. Video games have continued to prove that they have earned their spot in award shows like the Grammys. We need to recognize the artists that have poured their hearts and souls into their projects. Artists/musicians are ignored in their industries, and it's time to change that. The work that they do has massive impact on the people who consume their content. When you don't properly recognize someone for what they did, they tend to feel discouraged to the point of even wanting to change careers or quit. Not only does it affect their careers, it affects their personal lives and mental health. Pouring your heart into something and then being ignored can be one of the most heartbreaking experiences in someone's life. Quote, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Quote, "Indifference and neglect often do much more damage than outright dislike." Now that we have discussed the main issues our artists face, now let's talk about solutions. If you created a dedicated category for video game soundtracks and their creators, this would solve the problem of being ignored for decades. They would be able to recognize the specific creators as well as the games that contain them. This would significantly increase the recognition of deserving people in the video game industry. This would also solidify the video game industry as more professional and having incredible music that is worth awarding. If you were able to properly educate the general population on the quality of video game music, then you would also be able to get a lot more attention where it's needed, which would help prove that video games are more deserving. You could have content creators on TikTok, on Twitch, spreading the word to younger people, or TikTok. You could also do a sophisticated ad campaign for the older generations, since they wouldn't be on TikTok. If they were able to achieve this, then it would increase the amount of people impacted by their music, as well as increasing the amount of people that are motivated, which will also increase the amount of motivated artists/musicians. Thank you for listening.